size. Maybe hard to listen with the devil on my side. Can't keep up with me, I see jealousy in the corner of your evil eye.
Yo, what's good? This is A.GIRL. I'll be taking over from the area page tonight to be answering some of your questions. So send through some hectic questions so we can have a fat yarn, talk some Miche, and just get to know each other better. Yalla! My thoughts on Young King is that he's a young king, exactly what his name is. And I've worked with him a couple of times when I used to work as a youth worker, I guess, in the Granville Youth Center at the recording studio. And yeah, he's just a proper sick cunt. Hella devoted to music, super passionate about it. And whenever any artist or any person is just like has that quality about them, you can't not love them. I'll promise you guys I will be dropping soon, but take flight. You can catch these hands respectfully. For those who don't know, I'm from New Zealand. I'm Maori. I don't know, I think a lot of people don't know that about me, and when they find out, they're like, what, you're a Maori? So yeah, I'm Maori, and my tribe is was the biggest scandal of life, man. Like, I keyed his car, burnt all his clothes, bleached everything. I fucking nah, I can't even talk cap about it. Like, cause first of all, people who be asking questions about other people's past relationships and everything, like, honey, do something else with your time. But you asked, I'm here to answer. The simple answer is, like, it just didn't work, and I had to work on me, and so I did, and he is too, and it's all good. No bullshit, being a female in this industry is fucking challenging. Sometimes I sit here and I'm like, is this worth it? Because I'm getting my peace taken away from me because motherfuckers just want to be misogynistic as fuck. Don't want to see females take over the game. Don't want to admit that females are better than them sometimes. So they want to try downplay you or wreck you or whatever, bring you down. Like, is it worth it? And when I feel like that, when I get in that negative space of like, is any of this worth it? I just fucking, I remember who the fuck I am and what the fuck the vision is. And that these men can't take my crown, period. The easiest moment I ever experienced in the music industry is probably when I got to be like backstage at Listen Out and just talk to all of those international artists as if they were fucking homies. Like Schoolboy Q, then Courier was going around like asking everybody's star signs and just being a fucking sick cunt. Doja Cat was out here like, don't be looking at my hoo-ha because she was getting changed and shit. They just like run into the toilets and like just eating food. That was just like the most craziest experience music wise, because I was just able to see these people that I idolize as artists and as creators be normal people, and it was just like, so I'm like a big believer in like the evil eye and everything, and like not speaking on things too soon in case people wish you bad or just wish for you to not complete that goal. But there are some things I'm willing to share, and one of my biggest, a few of my biggest career goals is definitely being on Colors, being on Tiny Desk, and being on Coachella. I guess those are like the big three.
Has love gone colder, or did I get older? Such a shame when it's all done. Ended up with the wrong one, 'cause I can't take it, and my love needs saving. Call me fool when it's all done. I'll end up with the right one, the right one.
Hella obstacles, and the biggest one being just always being overlooked and never acknowledged whenever I walk into a space. I fucking hate that shit so much. Like, I'll walk into studio sessions, fucking meetings, video clips, photo shoots, and just get fucking disregarded. Like, walk straight past me. And I don't know if that's like an obstacle I've had to face because I'm a female rapper. I think it's an obstacle every female has to face when walking into a male-dominated industry. But yeah, that's just one of the biggest ones. Like, I've just had to overcome it in a way where it's like, if you're not going to acknowledge me, then I'm not going to acknowledge you. Period. To everybody that's in this questions box, like, you a baddie. Not a question, but you a baddie. Thank you. But can you ask me something of substance, please? Come on, man. We trying to talk. I know I'm a baddie. Number one thing I always find myself telling up-and-coming female artists is to always bring someone with you to your sessions. For your safety and theirs. Especially if it's a one-on-one session and you've never met the guy before and you're going into work for the first time, bring someone with you that you trust. Because there are some fucking shady cunts out there and they will try to force you or manipulate you into doing something you don't want to do. And it's no matter how much of a tough cunt you are as a female, a person, a male, whatever, sometimes when you're in those situations you can't stand up for yourself. So having that extra person there with you for extra support and backup if those situations ever arise is good. It's just good to be safe and to plan shit out like that. I brought my mom with me literally everywhere to every session, and I didn't care if I looked uncool or whatever. I would rather look like a loser than be unsafe and be forced into doing shit I didn't want to do. Literally, like, I'm in awe that you guys remember me from Fokati on my cover. That's so fucking cute. I can't remember who composed it musically, but Barry Southgate and Eli Two Fly had pulled that all together and brought everybody there. We all came through to support them because at the time their mother was battling cancer, and so it was a dedication video to her and anyone else that was going through that sort of same rough patch at the time. But yeah, the Fortunate Boys had a lot to do with like how it was musically done. I'm pretty sure Barry, Stan, Angel Tupai, Carla, fuck, there's so many names, so many people from back in those days. But I pulled up and did my thing. I was reading off my phone because I'm a fake Maori. I don't really talk about X Factor and AGT because I like to leave that in the past, but the reality is that I done it and people know about it, and it is what it is. It's Eitzwa. So I'm gonna just quickly answer all the questions that I'm seeing in like one video. So one, judges are hectic, they're super down to earth, really nice. The one that I got along with the most was the fucking LMFAO dude. He's fucking crack up. Two, yes, I was in Trill. We broke up shortly afterwards, after X Factor. We just decided it was better for us to do our solo thing. Yes, I was also in Australia's Got Talent. Somebody asked what kept me motivated after I got kicked out to keep doing music. Honestly, it was just, I knew going into these shows that this wasn't the end all or be all. Like, I'm way much more than these shows. I just did the shows to give it a crack, to be honest, to gain some experience and learn some things about the industry. So yeah, the Red Bull thing happened by Red Bull reaching out to me and my team and asking if I wanted to be a part of the next 64 bars, and I went back being like, fucking if I do. Previous to that though, I had already written Vision, but we just kind of put two and two together and said this would be a dope platform for me to release Vision on so that it can reach a wider audience and my message can get across proper. And the biggest change that I've seen within the music industry is the fact that internationally we're being recognized as really dope artists from Australia, and it's like, yeah, took you a couple of years, but you got there. And ever since we've been like having that international traction towards us, it's skyrocketed so many artists' careers, such as Kid Laroi, biggest example ever. But yeah, I think just the international traction that we're having right now is fucking, it's on. Nah, I don't speak Maori. I'm not fluent in Te Reo at all. Our language was taken away from us and we weren't able to speak it freely in the way that we could before. And I guess it just missed being taught to me completely. But being a Maori living in Australia is really hard because there's no sense of like culture over here. There's no maraes, there's no, I don't know, like for you to go find a reo teacher over here is just 10 times more difficult, whereas if you're over in NZ, you're back home, you know, you're immersed in the culture and the people and everything that is Maori, so it's a little bit harder. But I guess just as an individual, you gotta want to learn it. You can anything anywhere if you try hard enough. But I don't know, I haven't had the time. I haven't really felt the burning desire to learn my language yet, but hopefully I get there. I'm just eating Mac is my bar. I listen to so many artists in general, but over in NZ they've got it fucking popping. Mellow Downs, Swit It, my favorite Vane, bro. I just want to love her. I just like, no hate, but we didn't even collab when we were together, so yeah. 100% proud of where I come from, both from NZ and Australia. Love being from up north and from the bush, disconnected from the world, and love that I'm also from Granville with my Habibs, smelling taco chicken in the morning, doing area shit. I love it. Yo, so I think that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for the questions and engaging with me. Thank you to From the Area page for having me on. Stay being sick cunts, stay being responsible and safe coming out of lockdown.